my friends? How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I hope you're looking good, feeling good, loving yourself. That is what it's about. Love the ones you're with too, man. They need love too. Hugs all around. Guys, today we are talking about a movie that just came out like a week or two ago, 2025. This is directed by Mr. Matt Shakman. Shakman? Anyway, this is Fantastic Four. Before we flame on, hit that like and subscribe button for me because we're diving into this. I'm sure you've seen the previews. I'm sure you've heard the debates, which is better, Superman, Fantastic Four. I'm here to tell you guys, in my opinion, Fantastic Four is where it is at. Well, there ain't no sissy Superman in this movie. Guys, this was fantastic. This was the most comic book accurate Fantastic Four we have ever gotten. From the way the Thing looks, to the chemistry between the Thing and Johnny Storm, to the love affair between Reed and Sue. It is a fantastic film. We have a comic book accurate Galactus for once with Ralph Ineson. It is great, guys. I went and I checked it out with my kids. I had a birthday a couple weeks ago. My kids have been wanting to see Fantastic Four, so I said, you know what? I'm going to treat all of us to Fantastic Four. So we went and checked it out. And guys, I was really impressed. I did not, after seeing Superman and being so disappointed in it, I said to myself, I'm swearing off superhero movies. But when the kids want to go see something, I'm normally like, yeah, let's go see it, you know? And I'm glad that I did. I have superhero fatigue. I'll be the first one to tell you. I'm tired of superhero movies. You know, to me, superhero movies have gotten to the point where they're just for children. You know, they used to feel, and maybe, you know, it's been 20 years since they've been making the things just about, so maybe I've grown up out of them. Maybe I've grown out of them, because they're geared for children. But they just seem like they're getting sillier and sillier. Fantastic Four is not that. This felt like a true adaptation of the comic book. From the costumes to the production design to the cinematography, everything felt like I was watching a Fantastic Four comic book come to life. There are even Easter eggs of original Fantastic Four covers where they're fighting like the Sludge Man and stuff. Like, there are things that were just really awesome and thoughtful. You know, the director, the writers, they really thought about it. They thought about their source material for once. And I loved that they took time to craft it and make it feel real. Like, I say real, but feel like an accurate adaptation instead of, we're just going to throw some stuff on the screen that's pretty and hope it sticks and people don't, you know, piss and moan about it too much. This felt genuine. And we've had 3 Fantastic Four movies before this. We've had the Jessica Alba ones. We had the, whatever the Miles Teller, Jamie Bell one was. That, I don't even think that should have been considered Fantastic Four. But those 3 movies just didn't. I guess the most accurate out of those 3 was the Jessica Alba ones with the Michael Chiklis as the Thing and all that. I mean, sure, I guess that would be the most accurate out of those 3. But this was spot on. You know, whereas when I watched Superman earlier in the month of July, I didn't care for it because he didn't feel super to me. Everything felt kind of watered down, and they broke their own rules of physics that they established. He's like, oh, we can't touch that pixelated water because it'll kill us. But no, Superman and Alien Baby can go swimming in it just fine. That kind of stuff drove me crazy, right? Things in the Fantastic Four were, I mean, there were points where I would say, oh my gosh, here they go. And then they would clear it up just like that with dialogue or an action. They would say, oh no, you know, we're going to continue on with what we're doing in a smart manner. And that's why I loved it. They didn't do anything for convenience. The story itself is fun. We have Galactus. He sees Franklin Richards as, you know, for you guys who don't know, I guess I should give you some backstory. Galactus wants to eat their planet. Reed Richards and, you know, Fantastic Four, Sue's pregnant with Franklin Richards, who's like an Omega level mutant in the comic books and stuff, one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Galactus sees this. He's like, give me your baby or I'm going to kill your planet. They're like, nah, we're going to keep our baby and keep our planet. And that's where our story goes, right? And the fact that they took the source material, crafted an original story using it, but didn't lambast it or modify it or anything like that to the point of it not being digestible by the people. You know, because I'm going to be the first one to admit, guys, I am not a Fantastic Four fan. I don't read the comics. I wasn't big fans of the movies. Yeah, I've seen them. I didn't watch the cartoons growing up. I had the action figures, but I was never a fan of the Fantastic Four. So I had no bias going into this other than I hope it doesn't suck like the other three movies. And I was so pleasantly surprised. My only complaint about the whole film is that Johnny Storm looks like Stewart from Mad TV and has the charisma of an elephant. He has the charisma of just a bar of granola. He is not... I didn't find him funny. I didn't find him arrogant or a fast-talking ladies man who likes fast cars and fast women. He's supposed to be Tony Stark that can catch on fire. You know, he's supposed to be that kind of arrogant, that kind of ladies man. That's who he is. But I just didn't feel like he was very. He wasn't a ladies man in this. He didn't feel as much like Johnny Storm as he should have. But the chemistry between him and Ben Grimm, the Thing, was impeccable. They joked and they made quibs at each other and stuff like that, and they were funny, and the comedy landed. And they portrayed the characters right. That's another thing I really like, because I heard some people say, "Oh, well, Reed Richards isn't they don't portray him as that morally gray super intellect." Well, I don't know what movie you were watching, but I'm pretty sure he's that way, especially given the dialogue when given options on how to save the planet. I mean, it really was. I think, another thing, I'm not a Pedro Pascal fan by any means, but he nailed Reed Richards. I thought he was great. I really did. I thought he was fantastic. Just the way he would deliver lines, his facial expressions, the emotion in his acting. I thought he did wonderful. I thought this whole film was fantastic. Excuse the pun. I thought it was fantastic. And compared to the other superhero movie that I've seen in Superman, this is leaps and bounds better because it doesn't feel silly or frivolous or like it's just, it doesn't feel like a Saturday morning cartoon. It doesn't feel just overstuffed with pretty, shiny bull hockey to grab your attention. This tied in the multiverse. This tied in the Franklin Richards from the comic books and how's he going to interact with... this made me want to see more Marvel stuff. And I was about burned out on this multiverse, whatever caca that they're doing. But Fantastic Four got me interested again. I'm not going to lie. So I'm curious to see where this goes. I will be watching, another Fantastic Four with this cast and these writers and stuff if they give us one. I'll watch another Marvel movie to see how this ties into it and how Franklin Richards is tied into everything. I'll have my eye on it for sure. So guys, that's it for Fantastic Four. Thank you so much for hanging around and listening to me talk about it for a little while. I hope you guys get a chance to go out and see it in the theater on like IMAX or XD or whatever it is. Go check it out, guys. It is definitely worth your theater coin. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. Peace out. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.